Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we are going to make out a Python project, and that respective Python project is related that we are going to make out a YouTube video downloader app with the help of the Python programming language. So, this is the sort of project which we are going to actually make up today. So what I'm going to use in this respective project, let me quickly give you a very clear idea in that respective case that what I'm going to use. So for now, I'm going to use up the Tkinter library. I'm going to make this out a GUI one, that's the graphical user interface one. So in that respective case, I will be using up the Tkinter library. Other than that, what I'll be using, I will be using up a PyTube library. Okay. So from that respective library, I'll be using up a function which we have here as YouTube. Okay, so that respective one I'll be using it up here. And this is the complete idea about this particular project which we are gonna begin up today. Right, actually which we are gonna make up today. So hope I am very much clear with this. First of all, which this regards that what is the project about and what it is actually gonna give us as an output right here. Fine. Now what are we going to do is that we are going to proceed up here at this particular place and start writing up the rest of the program for today. So the IDE which I am using up here is the PyCharm IDE. Okay, it's the PyCharm IDE which I am using up here. So that's only I'm going to take up and move forward with. Right, so hope I'm very much clear with this. Oh, I'm so sorry, just give 1 second. So, right, okay, so hope I'm very much clear with this particular thing that what are we gonna do up today and how it's actually gonna be, right? So let me take you forward with the things. Right here I'm onto the PyCharm IDE and I did already made up a file here into which I'll be writing up my program. Okay, so this is the sort of that respective file. Now, moving forward here, first of all I'll be importing up my relevant library. So first of all it's the from Tkinter. From Tkinter, it's import asterisk. Okay. So Tkinter is my library that I am using up here, and asterisk is basically a sort of, you could say, whenever I wanted to import all the functions which I have in my Tkinter library. So into that particular case, we use up this asterisk. So in that respective idea, in that respective case, this Tkinter is this asterisk is used up. Fine. Secondly, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write out that 1 second. I'm going to write out here that from PyTube, I'm going to import up from PyTube. Here we are going to import up the YouTube. Okay, so yeah, because we are going to make up that sort of like a GUI in which we'll be downloading up the videos from the YouTube. That's a YouTube video downloader, right? So in that case, absolutely, it's compulsory for me to use on some such of library which really allows me to download some or the other video from YouTube. So that I did out. Now next what I'll be moving forward is with that is I'll be taking up a variable and onto that I'll be making up my Tkinter window. So let's say I took up here as A. So that's equal to, and here goes capital T and small k. So this is a sort of the Tkinter function that how do you write this tk, and it's used completely for making up the Tkinter window. So in that same regards only this tk function is actually used up, and yeah, I have also written up this here for the same purpose only. Fine. So that's completely done out by me right here. Moving forward, I have here a dot, and if I want I could give up a certain geometry. Okay, that's GEO. If I want I could give up a certain geometry to my Tkinter window that's gonna appear up. Okay, so let's say the geometry which I want to give up here is 700 cross 700. Okay, 700 cross 700 is the respective geometry which I wanted to give up here. If you want you could give up a background color as well. So I'm going to write out a dot, here goes, not like this, it's a dot configure. Okay, or you could write config. It's a dot config, and into the bracket I'm going to put up the relevant color. So let's say my BG color which I wanted up here, not inside the brackets, will be outside simply. So it's like somewhat BG is equal to. And let's say I want to have the black color. Okay, so this is the sort of command which we use up here for giving the black color. So I simply wrote up a.config and in the bracket I have BG is equal to black. So my background color is black. Now if you just want to set up a window title as well, so you could do like it is on video, it's on video download, somewhat title like this you could keep it up. Okay, and at last what you need to do is that you need to simply write up a dot main loop. Okay, so this main loop it's a sort of function which we actually have up here, that main loop. So what it is used for, so it's completely used for I would say for setting up or let's say for closing up this Tkinter window. Okay, it's used in that respective case for closing up the Tkinter window. So there we use of the main loop function. Fine, now that's actually done and completed up here. Next, what I will be doing is that I'll be setting up different labels here. Okay, so labels will be set up by me. So first of all, onto the top, I want up a heading that's a YouTube video downloader. Okay, I want up a heading in some sort of that. So I'll be mentioning that particular thing for the very first time. Okay, so let me write it up here. Label L would be capital, not small. So label into the bracket I have a comma. What is the text that you want up here? So let's say the text which I want up here first of all is the YouTube. I want the YouTube in one line and video downloader in the another line. So that's the reason I just simply put it up YouTube here. Okay, separated by a comma. I want up that what shall be the font of that respective thing. So font would be Arial. What about the size? So the size would be, let's say, 29. Okay, and yes, that will be in the bold. Fine, so this is the configuration. These are the specifications which I wanted to give up here. Fine, comma, what shall be the background of that into which it is written? So background will be, let's say, light pink. Okay, so yeah, that has been done up by me. After that, I could use up a dot function. One second. Font right here, that's the font, and that's okay. So after that, I could use up a dot function, and into that I could use up the function which is place, and not place, it's the pack. Okay, dot pack. Fine. And if you want, you could specify up some PATX and PATY values, and if you do not, then that as well like works. Okay, so now I'm just not going to do out any respective value for now. Let's do that afterwards if needed. Fine, first label has been done. In the same sort, I'm going to make up the second label. So that would be a comma. I'll be mentioning up again the same text. The text would be different, sorry. And this time it would be video. One second, it would be a video downloader. Okay, that's DO. Not AN, it's the WN, right? So text is my video downloader, comma, what's my font? So for the font for that is my Arial. The size is 29, that's the same. And that will be in the bold. Fine, what about the BG color? So yeah, obviously it will be remaining same only, so that's light pink. And it will put up a dot, and here goes my pack function. Right, yeah, that's completely sorted out. That's completely written up right here, right? Now, after doing both of these respective thing, the video downloader, now I'm making up an entry box. What will be that entry box for? So that entry box will actually be for putting up the respective link of the video which I want to download up. Okay, so hope I am very much clear with that right here into this particular thing, right? So for that, what I'm gonna do is that I am gonna first of all take up the input from the user. Okay, first of all I'll be wanting up the input from the user. So in that case, what I'm gonna do is that yeah, right here I'll be writing up a variable. Let's say that's link. Okay, and here I'm going to put that as a string variable. Fine. Now after that I'll be putting up a label right here. So here goes my label. Now A would be there. What's my text? Sorry, that's my text. So my text would be um, enter the link. My text. Okay. Great. Separated by a comma. What's the font that I want? The font which I will be wanting up here is that's the Arial, and for that it will be 24, and yes, that will be in the bold. Okay. Dot, and here goes the 1 second. Here goes the place function, right? And where to place it out? Let's say x value is 180, and let's say the y value is equal to 150. Fine. So this is the values at which I just wanted to place this out. Now under that I'll be making up an entry box, and that's why I told you that for what we're making up an entry box, so that the user could put up the link onto that entry box and we could simply download up that respective video, right? So what I would be doing is that I'll be writing up here e_link. Okay, and to that I'll be setting up here first of all the variables, the actual function which is the entry, then a comma, what will be the width? So width will be, let's say, 49. Okay, width will be, let's say, 49. And next, what will be the font there inside? So there inside, 1 second, there inside the font would be, let's say, 31. Fine. So yes, font size will be, okay, 1 second, these have to be removed up, not right here. Fine. So it would be 31. And what is my text variable? So my text variable is, that's the link, which right above I made it for taking up the like text from the user, text variable, right? Text variable. Fine, link is done, comma. The border will be is equal to the 5. Fine. Dot place, and now where to place that up? So it has to be placed up onto the 40. So x and y have to be given. 1 second. X is equal to 40 and y is equal to 200. Fine. So at this respective place, it had to actually be placed up. That is again made up. Now coming down, I will be making up a button. Fine. So that will be a download button. So button, that's like this, button into the bracket a comma, what text has to be written up? So text which has to be written up is download. Okay, comma, what's the font of that? The font will be equal to the Arial, comma, the size will be, let's say, 26, and comma, it will be in the bold. Fine. So yeah, that's done. Comma, what about the background color of that respective one? So background color would be light green. Okay. So yeah, that is completely done. And put it back, comma, I'll be writing up here the command. So for command, we'll be declaring up a function. That's what we'll be mentioning up afterwards, not right here. Okay, dot. Here goes my place function. So now where to place this out? Actually, so it has to be placed onto a specific position. So the value for x would be 200, comma, the value for y would be 300. Fine. So these are the x and y values. Let's say I would put up the command, that is the fun one. Okay, my function name. So okay, let that be fun only. So command is equal to, and okay, I haven't defined that till now. So first let me define, afterwards only I'll be writing that up. So let me go above and right here. So this is string var has been taken up. So I'll be defining up my that under my entry box. 1 second, let me take this above. Let me go down right here. Fine, let's define up my function. So def, and it is fun1, the name for my function. Put up the colon, get down right here. Now its URL is equal to, it has the URL to be taken, so the URL is equal to, with the help of the YouTube library which we have imported above into the bracket, we are going to convert that into a string. And here goes the link, the variable name, that's the link, dot get. So it will help me to get up the link for the respective YouTube video which you wanted to download. Fine. Next I'll be having up here v. Okay, so v is equal to, and here now goes up my URL dot, here goes the streams function dot, and here goes the function which is first. Okay, so it means that download that out respective video, and here goes v dot download. So this is my download function which has to be done up. Right now, after that, I just wanted some several messages as well to be appearing, so that I'm just writing up here. So my label goes right here, a comma, what's the text which you wanted to be put up. So the text which I wanted to be put up here is that uh, it's downloading, it's downloading completed. Fine, it's downloading completed. This is the respective text which I wanted up here. Fine. After that, I just wanted to put up a comma. 1 second. Right here. Right back. Fine. Comma. And here I'll be putting up a font. So what's the font value? So let's say the value from the font is Arial. It's the size is let's say 26, comma. That's let's say in the bold. Fine. And what about the background color, comma? BG color is equal to, I put it up light blue. 1 second. Comma. Right, light blue is done, I guess. Right, green, light. Let's put that here as light, light. Let that be yellow. Let that be yellow. Okay. And where to place that out? This now has to be placed at. This has to be placed at x is equal to 150 and y is equal to 450. So this is a position where it has to be put it up. Fine. Next I am having up another label to be made it up. So label here, it's a comma, what's my text? So my text is that the check the respective check the respective folder. Okay, that's FOL folder. Fine. Great. Put it a comma. Now again goes the font, and that's right here as Arial. Okay, let me do that. ARIAL. Comma, size is 26. Comma, we have it in the bold. Okay. Comma. Next font is done. What about the BG color? So the background would remain. I give 1 second. The yellow one. Let me do the same only right here. So it's the yellow. Okay. Okay, that is why ALLOW. Fine. Now that's completely done. Background color is as well done up. Now you simply have to give up the location. That where is the location. So dot. And here goes my place function. So x value would be let's say 150. And the y value would be let's say 550, right? So what was my function name? It was fun1, right? So I needed to put that up here into the command is equal to, and it's fun1. The brackets are not to be put it up here. Okay, simply and simply the commands are actually to be put it up, not the brackets. Fine. So I hope that you make sure to remember out this respective thing right here. Fine. Now let's quickly run out the project and let's check out that how are we getting up the final response and what's the final output that are we getting. So okay, so here we have the YouTube video downloader. Here we have entering up the link, and here we have our download option, right? So I didn't put up any other respective links. That's why it's just passed me a exception. Fine. Let me close that out. First of all, let me go on to the Google, and from right here, let me get out a very quick link for which I could download up a video. So let's say I'm gonna do this out for this respective video, and That video is actually of my second channel which I have, and that's UPSC with Shambhavi. So into that respectively, that particular channel covers completely about the UPSC preparations, the civil services preparation. So hope you go ahead and subscribe out to this respective channel. Fine. So one second, let me. I am.
Hello UPSC.
No, I'm not able to share up this respective channel trailer. So let me do one thing. Let me go back to my fun with data science, and from here, let me quickly put up a very small video for any of the shots. Right. Let me do it for this one, and let me just put up a pause up here. And from here, I am going to share that out very quickly. So let me copy up the link. So yeah, it's completely done. And I'm going to come to my PyCharm back. Now let's run out our function really very quickly. So, okay, I'm going to put up the link right here and click on the download option.
Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well.
Okay.
So as you all know
Somewhere
that
I
I'm
started. Okay. So now that script is actually running up. Downloading completed. Check the respective folder. Okay. So what was my folder? My folder, I would want to dominate that out. First of all, I have some completed, CMPLE completed, and I would put up the check the uh, Python Python project PRO project 2 folder. Actually, this is that respective project in which I have this file. So obviously, my video will be saved into this respective folder only, none at other place. Okay. So now let me again run that out very quickly one more time, and let's see. So I entered up my link and clicked on download. So it will take up a little time and help me downloading this respective video. So as soon as it is done, onto the down hand side, it will show me that the downloading completed, and check the Python project 2 folder. Okay, let's close this out. And let me go back to my same folder. So here I opened up my file explorer. I want to go on to the Windows C. Then it's in users, and it is user. Here I have the PyCharm projects. Then it's Python project number 2. Great. And let's go ahead and downside and somewhere found out our respective video which has been downloaded by us right here into this respective thing. Right, so let me just check that out, that where it is actually, and I don't think so I'm able to find that out right here. Okay, let me just go ahead back to my PyCharm project. I'm gonna close this out for a while, and I guess that was very much fair. It was very much fair downloading everything. I just booked up everything. So download video. It's in the Python project 2, right? It's in that respective folder only. What was the name for my video? So my video name was Udemy free course. Okay, that's from you. Let me go and check it out in the you. So right here, downside. Oh yeah, I have that out. Udemy, this one. Let me again go back to my folder and search it for you. That will be at somewhat on the last, right? Let me go ahead right here. Oh yeah, here it is. This is my respective video which I have downloaded right now. This one, Udemy free courses, right? Remember that this was the same. Let me show you the properties of this as well. So that would take up a very short of time for opening up the properties. And yeah, so right now it's Udemy free courses on this, and yes, it's downloaded on today. That's 11th December, right? It's done on that respective day. Great. So I hope that you got up a very clear idea regarding that how you can make up a YouTube video downloader onto your own a GUI one, and how you could go ahead with this actually GUI YouTube video GUI downloader. Right, so hope you enjoyed out this respective project. So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.